Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Do you ever wonder, why do kids have so much energy? I mean, many of you probably know, probably dread it, but did you ever really take into consideration the physiology behind their energy? What gives them all that energy? And what does it have to do with your life and your health? Stick around, find out the answer. My videos contain some of the most special information, in my opinion. You know, with great wisdom and insight and trials and tribulations, we all hold each other up together. Unless we tell our stories, then we will never be able to help one another. It's by the power of our testimony we all have life. We hold each other up in the midst of situations and chaos, and with love, kindness, and patience and understanding, we get better. I've been told by a lot of people to give up, to stop doing what you're doing. Don't tell your story. Don't do what you're doing because it's never going to work. Or intimidation has been something, which more on that to come. And just, you know, the enemy. I mean, if you got to look at it that it's powers, principalities, and rulers of darkness of this air. It's not so much the people that we should be mad at. It's the fact that our world is fallen. It doesn't like things that are good. And, you know, let's just say it's better for people to be hung up on medications and to be defeated every single day rather than find the answer to their problems. Now, does that mean that you're going to be free of anxiety every single day and free of your ailments all the time? No. But if we understand each other's testimony and how you and I get through things, or how I'm battling things at the moment, then that's going to strengthen you to get through it easier. So you always want to look deep to the answer to the problem, and there has to do with a very simple cycle, and that's called the healthy cycle. So the healthy cycle consists of the mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical side to healthy living. We're going to break down all 4 of those so that way we can get to the bottom of these problems, start to live a healthy, happy life. How many of you walked through a grocery store and immediately started to feel anxious, like you were trapped, like you had to get out? That absolutely happens. I want you to stick through the entire video so that way you can find the answer as to why children have so much energy and how that it can be applied to your life. It's really important that you do stick around to the end and understand that there is science behind the feelings that you have. There's emotional science behind the feelings that you have. There's spiritual science to the feelings that you have. And there is mental sides to the feelings that you have. Oh, the stresses of everyday life, the hate between one another, the self-righteous attitudes of religion. The world is in shambles. What can we do? How can we stop this anxiety? Is there a way to stop it? Well, there sure is. And you know what? Videos like these have the answers because we tell our stories, and stories are the most important thing. Did you know? The world will always try to stop you from telling your story. Don't ever be intimidated, guys. Just seriously follow your dreams. Don't give up on your story. By the power of your testimony, people know the truth. And the power of the testimony speaks truth. It speaks faith into people. It gives people the abilities to overcome horrible things because they see others overcome horrible things. And if anybody has been through horrible things, it's me. And I'm sure you have too. Oh, it's starting to rain, everybody. This is really turning into something different right now. We're supposed to be doing an educational video, and it's raining. You know what, though? It's been very muggy. There's been quite a heat wave, but I'm not complaining because it could be snowing and icing right now, and that's like the last thing that I want. So it's beautiful. Rain feels good. I love it. Chilling on the scooter. Hopefully the scooter will never break, but you know, one of them broke already, so The throttle broke on my good scooter, but I have a bad scooter with a good throttle. So I was able to replace the throttle I was actually able to take the handlebars off the one scooter, put it on this one. But I feel this throttle's sticking too, so who knows what's gonna happen next with that. Back to, we're going right off topic here, and the whole reason of this video is to understand how do we harness the energy of a child? Why do they never run out of energy? Well, you know, I'm gonna give you one snippet right now, and one of the reasons is because a child lives in the moment. The child doesn't worry about tomorrow. They don't worry about the stressors of life, and as we as adults have to. Now, there's a level of stress and worry that an adult has to take on, of course, to live a life, but there is a level that you could drop as well, and I invite you to take the first step in letting go of some of that stress. A child lives in the moment, remember that. How many groups tell us, be in the moment? How many drug programs say, live one day at a time? How many therapists say, focus on just today? Well, unless you start listening to that, you're going to still suffer from problems and anxieties and things like that. So that's the first thing. Children do not have worry, and that's you wouldn't believe how much little stressors, like little things, add up. But a lot of you might have noticed that they come every couple days, every week sometimes, things like that. And that's because, you know, for the most part, you can handle a lot of stress over a couple days. However, it just adds up, builds up, and then it has a blowout, just like a tire being overinflated. So the whole goal here is to retrain your mind through something called neuroplasticity. And that is essentially, if there's a pathway in the woods that's worn down, it's because the path is very well traveled. But maybe that path leads to a bunch of poison ivy plants. So the goal is to start to create a new path around the poison ivy, going to the same destination. So eventually, you know, it's going to be really hard to walk that path at first, to deviate. However, the more you walk that new path, the easier that path will be to walk on. And then the old path will slowly grow back in, and eventually you won't even see the old path. So that is neuroplasticity. It's the scientific understanding of the pathways of the brain. And through that, we can work ourselves into a new way of living. If you have a habit, things that you're trying to break, don't try to just make a New Year's resolution. You're always going to break it. Sorry, guys. What it has to happen is you have to start doing it one step at a time, slowly and with patience. Start to make small changes. Slowly implement new patterns into your life. Slowly say to yourself, oh, here I am thinking about that problem tomorrow that I can't control. Or, oh, here I am worrying about that water bill that's not being paid just yet. Every single thing has a resolution, okay? It's all gonna work out. So let it go. Get more like a child and let it go. Kyle, you're irresponsible. You're just talking irresponsible. You can't just act like a child. Well, I know. But anyway, so let's get down to the sources. The grill. No. Let's get down to the sources. According to CreativeHealthyFamily.com, it says, I think this one is actually one of the most fascinating parts of it, and that's the freedom of expression of emotion. Meaning, they don't care what people think of them. Because of that reason, they live more of a carefree life. They're more open. They're more able to express their emotion and be themselves. So how much does this affect an adult if we follow this philosophy? I think that's what God meant by grabbing a child and saying, lest you become like one of these little ones, you'll by no means enter in or even understand or even live a healthy life, to be honest with you. So it's not acting immature in life. It's just simply having that same faith and that same well-being. Be free in the expression of your emotions. Be yourself in the expression of yourself. And don't worry about anything or anyone. Clear your mind. Don't worry about things beyond your control, and don't over-worry about every little thing. And also, breathe. Breathe. These are the three factors that give the real scientific reason behind their energy levels. Get ready for this. It's really interesting, actually. Oxygen and breathing. It comes down to oxygen. Oxygen and breathing. One of the biggest reasons, and if you notice, as a child takes a deep breath, they breathe with their entire shoulders, using almost 100% of their lung capacity. Adults actually don't take in enough oxygen, and they overcorrect their breathing when it comes to anxiety. And of course, they're young and more flexible, and there's less pain and things like that. But remember, if you don't move it, you'll lose it. So the more you move, the less pain you're actually going to be in, and the better you're going to feel overall, and the stronger your heart is, which also boosts your energy. Tack sleep on top of that, faith, emotion, and well-being, you're going to be a pretty young, healthy person, no matter what age you are. Your chronological and physical age is different. You know, you could be 100 years old and feel like you're 50. You could be 50 and feel like you're 20. You could be 20 and feel like you're 10. Okay? So, remember what we said. Breathing, mind, and freedom of expression of emotion. Those are the three factors. You could change your entire life, and you could start living a healthy life right now. Let's follow those principles together. You that have followed the channel for a while now, you saw that we started the flowers early this spring. Well, I added some more. Check out how they're doing. So, got this little bird bath here. Had this for a couple years. Decided to order one of these water spout thingies with LED lights from Amazon. $9. In the daytime, it just literally blows water like as high as it could go. But we got some. Decided to bury the bird feeder or the bird bath in this flower pot and actually created a little design here because there's just this ugly patch of grass here. So I said to myself, why not put something there, you know? And I got these cheap flowers. They were all, the whole bunch of these flowers were about $1. So got them. They were all discounted. They were gonna throw them out and they came back to life so nicely. Look how beautiful that is. And got the table a mess there. But these ones are still doing good. Dog poop. All these flowers were being thrown away. So if you got geraniums there, as they're dying, you just kind of pinch off the dead ones. That'll encourage more shoots to grow. This one hasn't quite sprouted any flowers yet, but I know they're coming. And then I got myself a little flower garden going on here. All these flowers, like I said, were free. They were being thrown away. So they were pretty much dead. But they're starting to come back. Look, we got some sprouts coming on that one. We got some decent ones. And now I don't have to weed whack over here. So here's a real good one coming. Look at that. Dusty Millers are getting huge. Butterfly flowers, they're kind of done. They should start. They'll probably sprout again. Plenty of flowers going on here in the boxes, but these are now these weren't doing anything for a good month. Look at them now. See, how much does that minister to one of you? You know, they say that sometimes they'll tell you, hey, you know, you're just never gonna bring forth any fruit or any beauty, and months go by and months, and you know, you start to believe it in your heart. You're like, yeah, maybe I really am not gonna be what I am, or maybe I am really worthless. I should just throw myself out, right? But don't give up. Now, I left any flowers, and I'm not gonna lie, a couple times I thought to myself, maybe I should replace them. But then I said something in my heart, you know what, don't replace them. Just keep watering them diligently, tend to them, be good to them, and look what we got. Beautiful. Both the plants were dying. And here they are now. And then we got these guys. We could probably pick off this one now. And just absolutely gorgeous flowers that we thought were no good brought forth great yield. And also, you know, got a little stuff going on in the pot here. That's another one that was being a little shy. And then we got these guys, all free. Every one of these flowers. Beautiful. These ones too didn't want to bloom, and they're doing pretty well. Also the hanging baskets. I mean, just Beautiful. Best part of summer, everyone. Look at how far the vines came down. Same with this one. Got them. And hey, shout out to Ring Security, not a paid promotion, but their security lights are absolutely fabulous, and in conjunction with my security cameras, perfect. Like, lights up the whole area. Also got the dual lighting system over there as well. They run off about 4 D batteries, and apparently, according to the box, they last a year. I don't know, we'll see. So far, so good. That's your ring system. Chicken is done. Overdone. Well, the smorgasbord is done, everybody, and I invite you to come and sit at the table. Pull up a chair. Be kind to one another and live life plus. Remember, you're all lifers here if you subscribe to this channel. It's all real. It's not fake. And you know what? We do things one day at a time by the power of our testimony, as we said in the beginning of this video. If you want to see so much more content and more to come, if you want to support the good things that are happening, and to pave the way for a foundation of hope, then I suggest you hit subscribe. And if you feel the so desire, if you would like to give any contribution to this channel, remember, this is always going to be free. The links are on the page. You'll be able to find them. That's completely up to you. God bless, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been my pleasure. And Lord willing, we'll see you again. Learn more about mental health and well-being, and you just want to be positive, then stay tuned to this channel and for many more videos to come. We're only touching on very light topics. We're just getting started. There's so much more to come. Going on a night ride, do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thought I would throw in a little bit of a night ride for you. It's a beautiful evening. Temperatures are dropping, getting comfortable. Scooter is running good now that we fixed it. Hopefully this one lasts now. It's just a nice night. Got a decent amount of clouds. That's alright though. Ooh, this scooter's running great now. You know, a lot of times the heat causes this thing to not run very well. And it doesn't want to go up hills at all, but boy, I don't think it's going to make this hill very good. But it just shot right up this one. So that's pretty good. We'll patiently make it up here. Yeah, the battery level dropped. Let's give it a pump. We're on top of the world. Yeah, there's some pretty low cloud cover today. Pretty though. It just feels so much better, but look at how dark it is over this way. It's actually a little chilly out.